Hello watchers and welcome to Disney Dollhouse issue 46. So in this issue we have been given a staircase and some decorative items. And then we've got our usual assembly instructions. We're still focusing on Winnie the Pooh's room and getting the wall pieces in place and wallpapering. So there's quite a bit of instructions on how to get that done correctly. And then we've got the Magic of Disney, the origins of Wonderland's Mad Hatter, because the decorative items are relating to him. And then on the back the usual blurb, as well as what's coming in issue 47, which is some of Cinderella's stuff. And I'm guessing we're going to be fitting the staircase in. So let's get on with the build. So we want the wallpaper pieces and the wallpaper panel, the wall panels from previous issue. So there should be 4 wallpapers. So the first one we're going to focus on is this little one. So you want to lay it this way first, and then we want, let's put the wallpaper panels the right way up, i.e. the stone on the ground first. So we're going to use this wallpaper panel with the strip on the side here first, I believe. Yeah, and then we're going to line it up with this corner edge here. So let's get that in place. I like to line the bottom edge up first before anything else. Yeah. Then flip him over, and I'm going to cut off this overhang edge. Make sure that you do, because the way it'll slot together will just be a nightmare otherwise. And then this tiny little corner at the top as well. And then fold over the top edge as well. And that's one side done. Then we're going to take the piece here with the door, and it needs to lay that way around. And then we're going to take the wallpaper with the white stripe on this side. The right, well, it's the right side to me. I'm not sure with the camera if it'll flip it or not, but this side. Yep, and we're going to layer it up with this corner. And as always, follow along the edge. But don't squeeze too hard, because obviously the door panel there. Then we're going to flip him. And obviously cut out the doorway. And then are we cutting along the edge? I imagine so. Yeah. But then we want to continue this line upwards. So getting a ruler and then just going down like so. And so it reveals this part here. And then this little bit here as well. And then just fold over the remaining bit at the top as well. Like so. Oh my. The way they wanted us to do this bit, because we need to wallpaper the other side, but they want us to sort of I see. I can see what they're doing. Yeah. So they want to make sure that it fits in the corner of Winnie the Pooh's room like so. Right, so what they want us to do is they want us to glue this join together so it marries these walls together, but not to the floor. Do not glue it to the floor yet. So let's pop some glue on this face here, but not too much, because you don't want the glue to squidge. She says putting too much on, but anyway. And then along the join wall here, this long bit there, and then pop him into place. So holds in place. Get rid of any excess glue on the wallpaper, of course. Now, before we go any further, we really need to let that dry because it needs to hold in place. I'm going to put some tape on it as well, just to really make sure it stays in place. Using my trusty washi tape. And just to keep that nice corner. So leave that to dry for a good few minutes till it's stiff. And then we're going to come back and do some wallpapering. Okay, so hopefully we've left that for enough time to dry. Oh! Just pop it out of the way. And take the tape off. Yeah. Yeah, so we've now got a nice right angle, 90 degree. So what they want you to do next is wallpaper the outside. But they want you to match up the edge, which is why they've made you stick the walls together first rather than doing it flat. So obviously the longer piece is going to go on that side, and that side is going to go on that side. So does the wallpaper automatically match up? To a point, yes it does. So we've got to line it up perfectly. So they recommend putting this on like a 90 degree angle box. So I'm just going to use the edge of this, of the Winnie the Pooh's room while we do this. Let's put it the right way around before I get it confused. So I want to get this lined up with this corner here. Wait. Along there nicely. And then flip it around to obviously cut where the door is. Didn't cut that bit very well. I'm hesitant at putting too much pressure, that's why. Yep. And then of course a little bit on the flap on the top as well. Fold that over. So now we've got two little bit flaps from both sides of the wallpapering. That's going to be interesting to try and get the top on. So now we have the fun part of matching up the wallpaper along the bottom, like so. So I'm more hesitant of focusing on the vertical edge than the bottom edge, because you're not really going to see the bottom edge, so it doesn't matter if you've got a little bit of a gap, because the staircase is going to go along here, so you're not actually going to see this, but you are going to see this corner, so it's better to make sure that's all lined up correctly. So therefore that edge looks nice and uniform like that, as well as folding over the top as well, giving that a good squish down as well. And then we need to just cut this edge off down the side, as well as this little bit here. And again, getting the ruler. And squishing those bits down in the notch there. And now we've got our inside of the room all wallpapered, as well as the outside. So now bringing back the main room, we're now going to glue it all into place. Again, putting glue all the way along the bottom. soften it back into position. Making sure it's all squished down very well. So now we've got our room looking like that, and our staircase is going to go up there, which is why we don't need to worry too much about the wallpaper touching the floor there. Alright, so that's it for this week's build. So in this issue we received the staircase, which is a nice chunky bit of balsa wood, I think it is. And then, as I've said, I think the staircase is going to slide straight into there. Yeah, it slots in there beautifully. So I'm imagining we're gluing that into place in the next issue, but I'll leave it there for now. Then we also got this lovely Alice's chair, which is gorgeous. I love this green and this type of brown together. They're my favourite colours to put together. And also the Mad Hat colours, as well as we have this lovely teacup in saucer, which is in the style of the Mad Hatter's hat. Even to the point where the plate is wonky, like the brim of his hat is. So, as I keep saying, the attention to detail that they do for these decorative items, well, the whole build throughout really, is just amazing. So I'm really pleased with yet another teacup and chair. So yeah, that's it for this issue. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.